Superman! Am I glad to see you?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most cursed movie roles.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
For this list, we're looking at movie parts that are infamous for bringing misfortune to the various actors who have played them. While there are certainly exceptions to these alleged cursed roles, any superstitious actors might want to think twice before accepting. Which movie role do you think is cursed? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Bond girls. Several Bond girls, as they've been called, have enjoyed successful careers, from Diana Rigg to Rosamund Pike.
Why do you persist in rescuing me, Mr. Bond?
It's becoming a habit, isn't it, Contessa Teresa?
Teresa was a saint. I'm known as Tracy.
Well, Tracy, next time play it safe and stand on 5.
People who want to stay alive play it safe.
Between the 60s and 90s, though, many actresses who starred opposite 007 struggled to reach the heights of their Bond days. 30 years after playing Stacey Sutton, Tanya Roberts said she was never able to land a leading role. After debuting as Tilly Masterson, Tanya Mallet mostly abandoned acting due to contractual restrictions and, quote, dreadful pay.
What's your name, by the way?
Soames. Tilly Soames.
Here for the hunting season. I had a case just like that one.
It's for my ice skates.
Claudine Auger, Daniela Bianchi, and Mariam Dabo have also been linked to the so-called Bond girl curse. Thinking lowly of Bond girls, Eva Green initially hesitated to accept a role in Casino Royale, but she changed her mind upon reading the script.
I got the impression we were risking millions of dollars and hundreds of lives on a game of luck. What else can you surmise, Mr. Bond?
About you, Miss Lind? Well, your beauty's a problem. You worry you won't be taken seriously.
Which one can say of any attractive woman with half a brain?
With Lea Seydoux and Ana de Armas following Green, perhaps this curse is finally broken. Number 9. Anakin Skywalker. The Star Wars prequel trilogy provided a look behind the mask, with Hayden Christensen and Jake Lloyd playing a young and younger Anakin Skywalker respectively. With Darth Vader already being one of cinema's most iconic villains, fans spent over 2 decades envisioning what Anakin was like.
I'm a pilot, you know, and someday I'm gonna fly away from this place.
You're a pilot?
All my life.
Christensen and Lloyd didn't exactly meet those expectations, but it's not really their faults. Immeasurable hype aside, the dialogue and Anakin's character development did them few favors.
Danger, danger. My name is Anakin. My shitty acting is ruining Saga.
Nevertheless, Lloyd was mistreated by his peers, while Christensen got labeled as the guy who ruined Star Wars.
You underestimate my power!
Lloyd retired from acting not long after Phantom Menace. Christensen has only popped up sporadically since Revenge of the Sith, but maybe he can finally break the Anakin curse on Disney+. Number 8. Billy Bob Thornton's co-stars. While not a specific role, various actors who have shared the screen with Thornton have died prematurely. The earliest example is Thornton's Sling Blade co-star J.T. Walsh, who died at 54 in 1998.
Mercury is a real good car. That was a car I was driving that day. I own a lot of cars. Yeah, different kinds.
2 years later, we lost Jim Varney, whose final live-action film was Thornton's Daddy and Them. The next year, Thornton starred in Monsters Ball with Heath Ledger, who tragically didn't live to see 30.
You hate me, don't you?
Yeah, I hate you. I always did.
Well, I always loved you.
2 Bad Santa co-stars, John Ritter and Bernie Mac, unexpectedly died in their early 50s.
Do you? Do you think you could find something?
Shit, yeah. Always, huh?
In Waking Up in Reno, Thornton starred opposite Patrick Swayze, who had his life cut short by pancreatic cancer. Maybe these are all unfortunate coincidences. Although Shia LaBeouf and Morgan Freeman both endured car accidents shortly after starring with Thornton in films. Number 7. Jesus Christ. Since Jesus is such a recognizable figure, one might assume that this role would do wonders for an actor's career.
Show me there's a reason for you wanting me to die. Far too keen on where and how, but not so hot on why.
However, many actors who've portrayed Jesus disappeared from the limelight shortly after, including Ted Neely of Jesus Christ Superstar and John Hasburger, whose only screen credit is The Thorn. There are exceptions like Max von Sydow in The Greatest Story Ever Told and Victor Garber in Godspell, although almost half of the latter film's cast died relatively young.
Let them not pass like weeds away, their heritage a sunless day. God save the people.
Speaking of cursed productions, Jim Caviezel dislocated his shoulder, got hypothermia and pneumonia, and was struck by lightning while making The Passion of the Christ. Roles haven't come easily to Caviezel since, but as the actor told Mel Gibson, quote, "We all have to embrace our crosses."
La Kautum Lemhaktiana Seltomma. Vilathil Komara Hem Haki Hita. Hitha Hivo Denala Dena. Cocavel Dena Faith Lecom. Antun. Hivo Lecom.
Number 6, John Connor. None of the timelines have been kind to John Connor, and the same can be said about the actors who've played him. Edward Furlong had the talent to break the curse that's befallen numerous child stars, but battles with addiction and multiple arrests have stalled his career.
My mission is to protect you.
Yeah? Who sent you?
You did. 35 years from now, you reprogrammed me to be your protector here, in this time.
This is deep.
Nick Stahl replaced Furlong on Terminator 3 due to his substance problems. Then, in a tragically ironic turn, Stahl went to rehab between two high-profile arrests.
So why didn't I send you back?
I'm not authorized to answer your question.
Why didn't he send you back?
He was dead.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Christian Bale remains the most successful John Connor actor, but his viral rant on the set of Terminator Salvation was a minor blow to his career.
We've been at war since before either of us even existed. You tried killing my mother, Sarah Connor. You killed my father, Kyle Reese. You will not kill me.
Some might say that Jason Clarke evaded the curse, but he did have the misfortune of starring in Genesis, the worst Terminator movie ever. Number 5, Snow White. We're all familiar with Disney's version of Snow White, but only die-hard animation fans are inclined to know that Adriana Caselotti voiced the fairest in the land.
I'm wishing for the one I love to find me today.
Although Snow White broke box office records, Caselotti only received $970. To maintain the illusion, Caselotti's role went uncredited, and she couldn't promote herself as Snow White.
With a smile and a song, life is just like a bright sunny day. Your cares fade away, and your heart is young.
Aside from some minor voice work in The Wizard of Oz and It's a Wonderful Life, Caselotti struggled to find roles in Hollywood. Disney would enlist Caselotti for some future Snow White projects.
Someday my prince will come. And away to his castle we'll go.
However, Caselotti was caught off guard when Disney replaced her with Mary Kay Bergman as Snow White. Bergman's story is even more unfortunate, having taken her own life in 1999 following a history of bipolar and generalized anxiety disorders. Number 4, Oscar-winning roles. Winning an Oscar can be the pinnacle of a performer's career. One would expect the statuette to pave the way for other meaty roles, and in various cases it does.
You're different, Officer White. You're the first man in 5 years who didn't tell me I look like Veronica Lake inside of a minute.
You look better than Veronica Lake.
In other cases, actors succumb to the Oscar curse. Most famously, Louise Reiner thought winning back-to-back Best Actress Oscars was the, quote, worst possible thing for her career, having raised expectations too high.
She's a lovely actress, Mary. Oui, madame. She has such twinkling eyes and such a funny little twitter when she speaks.
Reiner left Hollywood shortly after. Halle Berry and Kim Basinger, coincidentally both Bond girls, are far from retired, but they've yet to recapture that Oscar magic.
Only reason I'm here, so you could say goodbye to your son.
Okay.
I've been coming here for damn near 11 years, Lawrence. And I'm tired.
While the Oscar curse is often applied to actresses, it does go for male actors like Adrien Brody and Jean Dujardin as well. There's also the Oscar love curse, which has seen various winners get divorced after winning. Number 3, poltergeist characters. In Poltergeist, the Freeling family is haunted by a house of nightmare-inducing ghosts.
They're here.
As frightening as the film is, the misfortune surrounding the cast is even more disturbing. 5 months following the first film's release, Dominique Dunne, who played teenage daughter Dana, was murdered by her ex-boyfriend at age 22. Julian Beck succumbed to cancer before Poltergeist 2 hit theaters, while Will Sampson passed shortly after.
I'm a warrior. A warrior would rather be defeated and die than act against his nature. That is the path you've chosen to take, whether you know it or not.
Heather O'Rourke, who stole the show as Little Carol Ann, died not long after turning 12 from septic shock caused by congenital stenosis. Her final film would be the posthumously released Poltergeist 3.
You can't get away. Carla, we need you.
The curse of Poltergeist has aroused so much paranoia that it inspired an E! True Hollywood Story episode, as well as talks of a documentary film. Number 2, Superman. The Man of Steel is a beacon of inspiration, but the Superman curse reveals the dark side of the cape. The most notorious example is Christopher Reeve, who was paralyzed from the neck down after starring in 4 Superman movies.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me! Who's got you?
Going back further, Kirk Allen found his roles limited after playing Superman in the 1940s serials. George Reeves, who played Superman in film and on television, endured similar troubles before dying from a gunshot wound.
Hello, Miss Lane.
Oh, this is Mr. Craig and Mr. Corrigan.
How do you do?
I suppose you know what happened.
I know what's going to happen if that mob isn't stopped.
Well, where's the sheriff? Why isn't he doing something?
Oh, the sheriff, huh? There's only one person who can handle this job, and that's Superman.
While it's been debated whether Reeves's death was self-inflicted, he could never escape Superman. Ironically, Ben Affleck portrayed Reeves in Hollywoodland before making his Batman debut. While it looks like Henry Cavill still has a promising career ahead, his tenure as Superman has also amounted to some controversial moments.
Never.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Atuk. Here's a role so cursed that the film never got made, despite multiple attempts.
Helen, we're both in sales. Let me tell you why I suck as a salesman. Let's say I go into some guy's office. Let's say he's even remotely interested in buying something. Well, then I get all excited. I'm like, Jojo, the idiot circus boy with a pretty new pet.
Atuk, which translates to grandfather, is an unproduced movie about an Inuit man in the big city. Over the years, John Belushi, John Candy, and Chris Farley were in talks for the role, but they all died before shooting commenced.
Don't let me stand in your way. Please don't let me stand in your way. The last thing I want to be remembered as is an annoying blabbermouth. You You know, nothing grinds my gears worse than some chowderhead who doesn't know when to keep his big trap shut.
Sam Kinison perhaps came the closest to playing Atuk, but creative differences resulted in a lawsuit against him. A few years later, Kinison died before turning 40. Some believe the curse extended to those close to the potential stars, like Michael O'Donoghue and Phil Hartman. As if that's not creepy enough, Belushi, Candy, and Farley were also considered to play Ignatius Jacques Riley in an adaptation of A Confederacy of Dunces.
Thanks. I needed that.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.